Welcome to this explainer. So, we've all been there, right? You ask an AI to do something completely simple, and it just fails. Well, normally we're super quick to blame the machine, but today we're flipping the script. We're going to dive into exactly why specific prompts fix AI errors. We really need to stop blaming the AI for those terrible outputs and realize that, honestly, our own messy, vague instructions are almost always the real culprit. Here is the roadmap for this explainer. First, the AI isn't broken. Second, fixing tone with personas. Third, curing confusion using delimiters. Fourth, solving errors with examples. Fifth, mastering logic with COT. And finally, responsible and reflexive prompting. Let's jump right in. So, let's start with a scenario I know you've faced. Why did the AI completely ignore your instructions? Seriously, we have all felt that intense frustration. You ask for something super straightforward, and the machine spits back this generic, rambling, or just flat out wrong response. It's maddening. But to understand why this happens, we need a bit of a paradigm shift. Think of AI like a super smart pizza chef. If you just shout, "I want pizza," and hang up the phone, you might end up getting pineapple when you really want a pepperoni. The AI isn't broken, it's just taking your vague instructions incredibly literally. If you don't actually specify the crust, the sauce, and the exact toppings, well, you're going to get whatever the chef guesses you want. Section 1, the AI isn't broken. Let's compare a lazy prompt to a profix. If you just type out, "write a blog about productivity," the AI is essentially forced to guess who your audience is and what tone you want. And that's exactly how you end up with generic filler. But if you provide some context, like say defining the audience as freelancers, giving the AI the role of a productivity coach, and specifying a friendly tone, you instantly fix the error. You absolutely have to provide the who, what, where, and why. Moving right along to section 2, fixing tone with personas. So, what exactly is persona prompting? Well, it's assigning a specific identity to an AI model so it acts as a cognitive filter. This filter actively guides the AI's reasoning, its vocabulary, and its overall communication style. By telling the AI exactly who it's supposed to be, you aren't just handing it instructions, you're injecting personality and situational reasoning right into the generated text. Take a look at the difference here. Instead of asking for a generic thank you email for overtime, which, let's face it, usually yields a really sterile, robotic output, try assigning a role. Tell the AI, act as a senior manager known for warm but direct communication, write a thank you email. That simple role assignment instantly aligns the output with the professional framing you actually need. You completely avoid that sterile robot voice. All right, section 3, curing confusion using delimiters. If you've ever submitted a messy room prompt, where your instructions and your background data all just bleed together, the AI is definitely going to miss vital details. The fix for this? Delimiters. These are just boundary markers like quotes, triple backticks, or hash marks used to physically separate different sections of a prompt. Think of them as little organizational boxes that completely eliminate ambiguity. Because if you blend your system rules and a user's chat history into one giant paragraph, the AI might accidentally adopt the user's persona, or it might just forget your core rules entirely. But by separating your instructions from the data using hash marks, you're creating cognitive boundaries. You literally guarantee the AI won't confuse its core directives with an ongoing chat. Next up, section 4, solving errors with examples. When an AI just keeps ignoring your formatting constraints, the secret is moving from zero-shot to few-shot prompting. Zero-shot relies entirely on the AI's general training, but few-shot, that provides 3 to 5 concrete examples right inside the prompt itself. This leverages a really cool concept called meta-learning, which basically allows the AI to recognize your specific pattern and mimic your nuanced criteria on the fly. So instead of just demanding the AI classify a customer issue by priority, which might not even match your company's internal logic, show it how to do it. Provide a mapped example first, like this specific type of issue maps to priority low. Then ask for the new classification. The golden rule here is show, don't just tell. Providing these concrete examples creates a reliable template that significantly boosts consistency. Section 5. Mastering logic with COT. If your AI is failing at math or making these massive, weird leaps in logic, you need COT, or chain of thought. This is a technique that forces the AI to break down complex tasks and generate intermediate reasoning steps before giving you the final answer. You're explicitly asking the model to think out loud, which totally prevents it from jumping to flawed conclusions. For example, instead of letting the AI just blurt out a guess to a quadratic equation, prompt it to tackle the problem step by step. First, it analyzes the equation. Next, it breaks down the constituents and factors them. And finally, it deduces the roots. By systematically tackling each single component, you gain transparency into its logic and make sure it never skips crucial steps. And finally, Section 6, Responsible and Reflexive Prompting. As we get better at these functional techniques, we absolutely have to address ethical errors too. Take the early 2024 incident, for example, where an AI image generator produced historically inaccurate representations because of a technical overcorrection for diversity parameters. To avoid misalignments like this, we use the reflexive prompt engineering framework. Across 5 stages, from prompt design all the way to prompt management, this framework helps mitigate bias. It does this by embedding ethical checkpoints directly into how you configure and evaluate your prompts, so you're seamlessly integrating societal values into the design itself. We've covered a lot of really vital ground in this explainer today, so I want to leave you with a challenge. Look back at your last failed AI chat. What specific parameter did you leave out? Was it the persona, the delimiters? Did you maybe forget to include examples? Before you go blaming the machine again, go iterate on your prompt. Apply just one of these specific fixes and watch how quickly your AI transforms from a broken tool into a brilliant assistant. Thanks for joining and happy prompting.